Welcome to the third Father Not Like Some podcast with my dad, obviously. Yeah, looking happy to be here. Yeah. And then, of course, we've got somebody else this week.
Special guest.
Yeah.
Hello.
A new guest. If you want to have a bit of an introduction, you obviously... He's a friend of yours, isn't he?
Oh, he's a friend of yours, you twat.
Yeah, I know, but you know what I mean.
Well, I've known him longer. It's Stuart. Mr. Stuart Lawrence.
Yeah.
Of Newark.
Esquire.
Can't use Esquire if he's called Mr. It's S. Lawrence Esquire.
It was S.K. Lawrence, to be precise.
K.
If you're going to be pedantic. I bet you can't guess my middle name.
Khaki.
Nope.
Kneecap.
Nope.
Kettle.
Nope.
Conundrum.
It's Kermit.
Kermit.
No, it's not. It's Kerr.
Kerr?
Kerr.
What, Stuart Kerr Lawrence?
As in...
I changed my first name from Wayne.
Wayne Kerr.
No, it is Kerr. It was my dad's mum's Scottish and it was her maiden name.
Did she like Simple Minds?
They weren't invented then.
Oh, I thought they were.
No.
Oh.
She's dead now. I never met her.
This is a bright start, this is. Oh, God.
So your mother's...
It's my dad's mum. It was her maiden name. Kerr. She's from Dundee.
Did she die after you'd been born?
Kerr. I don't know. She died when I was either in my mum's guts or just popped out. But I've got no recollection of
What,
it.
you popped out for a fag?
No. Craven A in them days.
Craven A or Woodbine or Capstan Full Strength.
Oh
They
yeah.
were good. Save one for a gig.
But anyway, hello. Thank you for inviting me, Ryan.
Yeah.
I just thought it was me and you.
Well, obviously, you've been friends for a long time. About what?
What's she going to do with you?
A long time. You started.
1986, I started work at Croda in the laboratory. And
I was a lorry driver.
Yeah, he was a wagon driver. And I used to go and sit in his van.
Lorry?
Well,
Ish lorry.
It wasn't very big, was it? It wasn't a proper lorry like Ray Pritchard's. He was Chris Christopherson. You were just fucking Del Boy.
Yeah.
4 buckets of glue a day. That's me done.
Yeah, it's a lot of buckets to inhale.
So I used to go and sit.
7.5 ton.
7.5 ton.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I used to go and sit in Ian's van rather than sit with the rest of the lab technicians and listen to music. So he's been like my music mentor over the years. And then he disappeared. And then he came back.
As you do.
So that's our story in a nutshell.
So we just basically carried on where we left off.
Yeah.
Wherever that was.
Well, obviously, we're in summertime at the time of recording this.
In the summertime.
And there's obviously been a lot of people that have been going on holiday. You've obviously done a bit of camping and stuff in the past, haven't you? You were a bit of a camper back in the day. Do you?
Oh, life under canvas.
Yeah.
Yes.
But they've started to have a bit of a new trend recently, where rather than just go in like a normal bring your tent kind of scenario, they've started a new thing called glamping. Do you know what that is? Glamping?
No idea.
Come on.
I do, because I've done it.
We got a fellow glamper.
Reluctantly did it at bloody Chessington Zoo last year. It's horrific. It's absolutely horrific.
Do you want to describe what glamping is?
So it's posh camping, so glamorous camping, as I understand it.
Yeah.
So you get beds, you get lights, still no pissers. Still have to go outside the tent for one. In fact, I've got a story around that. So we was at Chessington Zoo last year with my partner Molly and my little boy Evan. Had a nice day at the theme park at the zoo. Get back to the posh glamp or glent, glamorous tent. And I can't sleep in any bed other than my own properly. So I was awake all night. And I'd had a few beers, so we snuck some beers in. Because you're not allowed to take them in to the campsite. Sorry, the glamp site. And I was backwards and forwards to the bog. Because I was smashing the beers back to try and knock myself out. So I'd go to sleep. Wasn't working.
Did you not masturbate?
Not really. You're not allowed to in glamping.
Oh.
Yeah. It'd be called glass-debating.
True, yeah.
I could not be bothered to put my boxer shorts back on, put my sandals on, put my t-shirt on, and walk across the glamp site to the glogs, glamorous bogs.
Right.
Everything's got a G and L in front of it when you go glamping.
Right.
Yeah. Got water bottle that was in the bin. You get a bin when you go glamping. You don't just stick it all in a proper...
A gin.
A glim. A glamour. Or glubbin. Glubbin.
Yeah.
Anyway, there was a water bottle that
Is
I
it
finished
a
watered.
Geddelgin?
Can't remember.
Oh.
So rather than go to the bog, I thought what I'm going to do is I'm going to urinate in this bottle and then I'm going to just tip it on the grass outside the front of the tent.
Right.
Anyway, within about half a second I'd filled this bottle with...
Piss.
That's what typically comes out the end of your knob, yeah. Yeah, one of two things.
Yeah.
And so I thought, right, I'm going to have to empty this. I've still got half a bladder full. I unzipped the tent just enough to get my arm through, and there was one of these big mats outside the front of the tent.
Yeah.
So you could wipe your feet before you go in. And I thought, I'm not tipping it on there because it'll stink.
Right.
But I couldn't reach over the mat.
Right.
So I reached as far as I could, and I was trying to tip it. It's not going to work. So I just pulled it back in the tent, put the lid on, got dressed, and just tipped it down the toilet.
That's what the.
So I ended up having to go to the bog anyway, rather than foul the earth. So that's why I hate glamping.
That's what But obviously, there's some people that bring like, you know, you'll see sometimes like TV aerials. And
That's
they'll
stupid.
literally
That's
bring
not
their
camping.
TVs, aren't they?
So it's just shit then.
What do you mean? Well, it's basically like bringing the contents of your house with you.
Well, that
In a nutshell.
defeats the objective.
It is, yeah.
Isn't it?
It is. Where we were, you obviously weren't allowed to take alcohol in, but everybody had gone to the off licence round the corner because everyone had got the same plastic bag.
Right.
You know, the blue and white, red and white striped ones that you get at Skeggy.
Yeah.
Everybody had got them, and everybody was sat outside their tent on the little tree stump stools that they'd put outside with mugs
Right.
that they were drinking
Supping, getting
really
pissed.
quickly, and then going back inside and filling it up again and drinking it. It's not a pleasurable experience.
That sounds like bollocks.
And it's changed a lot since obviously you just went over in a tent.
I just went and camped or did wild camping.
What's wild camping?
That's basic camping. Halfway up
Not
the
like
mountain.
Bear Grylls out in the wild.
Oh yeah, halfway up a mountain, just put your tent up,
like
Sleeping bag.
sleep
like
in it.
Rambo
Yeah.
wandering through the trees.
I don't think Rambo had a tent, did he?
And if you're on a shit, you dig a small hole.
Or a big hole in your case.
Yeah, absolutely huge. Cause a landslide. Have a crap in it and bury it.
Nice. Like a dog.
Just think someone's
Or
going
a
to build.
cat
Someone's
or
going to dig that area up in a few
Yeah.
years' time.
Somebody goes.
Look at
3 or
this.
4
There'll be
days
some like
later,
I think it's some
there'll
like nuclear zone or something like glowing.
be a fossilised turd.
DNA test it and trace it back to you.
Most welcome to try.
This was man in the 1980s.
Well, no, that'd be 1970s. This would be in my heyday.
Oh, right.
Yeah, great days.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Would you go glamping, Ryan?
I wouldn't go glamping.
you won't
Would you go
bloody
camping?
No,
You
I'm
like
not a fan of the tent.
You're not a fan of any fucking.
I'm a
thing.
fan of the.
Yeah,
I'm a
front
fan
room
of
with
getting-
a television.
No,
and a
I'm a
fucking
fan.
settee.
I'm a fan of getting like the like the VW
Camper van.
Camper van.
Or glamper van.
Oh, so
Yeah,
so
get
you're
the-
into the Beach Boys.
Not really. Just
Surfboard.
like well, it's got like a sink in the back and it's got a bed in the back.
What
That's
do you
what
want
you
a
need,
sink
isn't
for?
it?
What do you want a sink for?
Let's have a piss.
What in a sink?
You used to do
Just
that in
getting rid of
hotels.
water.
Huh?
I
When you
don't.
stay in a hotel, always christen the hand basin with your urine
Why?
because it was a thing to do.
You never weed in the sink.
No, I've never pissed in a
I
sink.
come back. I
This
come back.
Is
from
this
the-
a northern thing or something?
No,
Just pissing in
it's
a
just a
sink.
natural.
it just gets rid of water, doesn't it? That's all
We
it does.
stayed in a motel or something when I used to work for another company, drilling and stuff, seismic surveying,
Hmm.
and we
SS.
Yeah. SS, when I worked for the SS. That's good, I like that. And we shoved the chocolate cake down the toilet.
Why?
As a test.
Because I didn't like the cake and I wasn't keen on the toilet.
Right.
So we just wedged it.
Did it flush?
Nope.
So what did you do?
Yeah.
Did you have to spoon it out?
No, I just walked off laughing.
Let it out.
What kind of cake was it?
Chocolate.
Just right.
What kind? Did it have cherries on it?
Oh,
Or
fuck knows, I can't remember. It was a long while ago.
Alright.
But I thought it was interesting at the time.
Well, that obviously wasn't your first hotel shenanigan. You were saying about that time you went down in London and you got lost in the hotel.
Oh, that was recent.
Yeah. That's
I
very
got
recent.
lost in the lift and had a panic.
how did you get lost in a lift?
Took me a way to get out. I got out.
So you got one bloody door.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I got out the wrong
It was a rough
floor.
night.
So you didn't get lost in the lift then, you got lost in the hotel.
Yeah,
Got lost,
Fucking lost in a lift.
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
In a lift, and then it was.
Was it Schindler's Lift?
Yeah, got lost in the lift.
It is a brand of lift.
How you worked it. And we eventually found my way out. And then I stayed in this hotel at night, obviously, and in the morning, the waste paper bin was slap bang in the middle of the room,
Yeah.
full of piss, and there was a tea bag in it. I do not know where A, the piss came from, or B, the tea bag.
Did you have like? Didn't you like go into the bathroom and there was like some white
Bathroom?
towel?
Oh, I had a shower when I got there.
Yeah.
It was a white towel, which was a huge mistake. And it was a Millennium Hotel or so at Chelsea's
Yeah.
football
Quite
ground.
a posh hotel. This is.
So I was 3-0 up within minutes of having the shower because one, dry your ears out, so earwax 1,
Nice.
white towel 0. Then dried in between your toes, so that's a bit more mess on the white towel, 2-0. Then the PA de resistance, dry your body off, and obviously you get a Mars bar come out. So it was 3-0.
I was going to say, didn't you have like basically a shed mark on this thing? You left it.
Yeah, I left it for the people, whoever it is, collect it.
That towel must have looked like Joseph's coat.
Right, perfect stripe.
Covered in ginger wheel spins.
Yeah.
Like the Ark Royal landing deck.
Absolutely.
What gets me, right? It's like a fancy hotel, right?
Yeah, I
And
don't
what
do
do you
fancy
go,
hotels.
like normal people, when they go to a hotel, they bring a suitcase, don't they?
Yeah.
What does he do? He comes in with a Morrison's carrier bag.
You just can't buy class.
Yeah.
Pair of spare underpants, pair of socks, and
In a
t-shirt.
see-through bag.
That's all I needed.
What about a toothbrush?
Didn't bother, I used my finger.
Oh,
You used it before you picked your ears out.
Oh yeah, cause
definitely.
it
Have
was
you used it before
Well, you've
you
got
went
10,
bush?
so you're alright,
well,
aren't you?
they'd left toothpaste, so you put it on your finger, and you just do that.
That don't clean your teeth.
It was enough.
No friction. What if you got off with Sonia? Did you go and see Curved Air?
Yeah.
What if you got off with Sonia? She went in for a snog, and your
that
mouth
won't
stunk like a
happen.
dog's arse.
She knows me well enough now to avoid. Yeah.
Oh, God.
But no, it was quite an interesting day out.
Mm. Well, you were saying that you hate London, though, don't you?
I don't hate it, I just don't like it.
Why don't you like it?
Too fucking crowded, isn't it?
Well, that's generally what happens in a capital city.
Not
isn't
necessarily.
it?
Not necessarily.
Well, how can you have an abandoned capital city?
No, it's not about abandoned, it's lonely.
How?
Nobody speaks to you.
You think?
He has got a point there.
You go to Manchester, folks talk to you.
He has got a point there. When I go to London to work, if you
You go,
smile at someone on the tube or
think there's
let
some-
somebody go in front of you to get on the tube, or they look at you gone out like this, you got two heads or something. He has got a point there.
Molest them, yeah.
Nice.
We went last year and when the tennis was on and we were shouting the scene from Alan Partridge where he sees his mate Dan. Dan!
Yeah.
Dan! We were doing that and people were moving seats because they thought there was something wrong with us or we were going to do something daft.
Really?
Yeah. So what I want to do is move to London and open a little cafe called Alan's Snack Bar.
Right.
And walk around shouting that in London. Go on, shout it.
Dan.
Really quick. No, fucking Alan's Snack Bar.
Oh.
Alan's Snack Bar! See what happens.
Alan's Snack Bar. Alan's Snack Bar.
Bit louder.
Alan's Snack Bar, Alan's Snack Bar, Alan's Snack Bar.
What does it sound like? Allah Akbar.
Yeah.
Alan Snackbar. Imagine if a Doyle had to say, Alan Snackbar. Alan Snackbar. People running.
Oh, God.
You're sacked.
Yeah.
Anyway, I digress. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you went to, didn't you
Oh,
go
fuck, mate.
near Chelsea? Or Chelsea
I just
football
said
ground.
Chelsea's football ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't you had a look round, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I didn't just go there and not do it.
They were signing on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was whizzing up and down the wing fucking on the Saturday afternoon, scored 3 goals, and
Well, you were saying that it's like a bit of a football tourist thing, isn't it?
well, they all are.
Why's that?
Eh?
Why'd you say that?
Well, that's what football's become, innit?
What?
Tourist thing. Folks go, buy shirts, buy scarves, then...
A bit like going to a
fan.
concert then.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Yeah.
isn't that just like going to a concert?
I don't know. Don't go to concerts now.
What do you do now? Apart from complain about
I
going
don't
places.
complain at all. When was the last time I complained about anything?
About 3 seconds ago.
About what?
I think what he'll do is he'll try and pass it off as constructive criticism.
And,
Well, it is. It's shite.
right. Not impressed with them then.
Who?
Well, like,
The Chelsea ground.
yeah.
No, don't do football now, do I?
No, you've kind of moved away from that, haven't you?
Hmm.
It's got even bigger now, hasn't it, with Neymar and all that lot.
Don't know, I don't follow it.
198 million, isn't
Oh,
it?
don't start talking about that shit again. That's too many times we've talked about that.
What? Once?
Football.
What's the last football game you went to? Was it the Forest Blackburn game? When you took Ryan a couple of years ago?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
Because we sat in Just Beer, didn't we?
Yeah.
Just Beer
That's
and said it was
yeah,
good.
I've been to see that.
So that was good, wasn't
You
it?
enjoyed that though, didn't you?
Yeah. I know alright. I won't go mad,
Right.
but it was still...
Just like getting blood out of stone, right?
That's what
How many of these have you done?
Oh, yeah.
serious money to watch privileged twats running around with a football.
Right.
Right, what else do you want me to say?
So is it the money aspect that's turned you off then from football? Because
Yeah,
it's still a
that-
good game to watch if you get a good game.
That's what I'm saying, like, there's still entertainment. I mean, United have won 4-0 twice now.
But they spent the money, so they should.
But they've always spent money.
No, they haven't. They won the treble.
It's all relative.
They won the treble in 1999, and they only spent £500,000.
1996, 1997. Is that when they brought the kids in?
Yeah.
1999 when
was
they won
it?
the treble. £500,000. Tony Cope, reserve goalkeeper. That's all they spent.
Not bad.
Was that the season when they were chasing Newcastle?
Well,
that was-
they won the league, they won Europe, and they won the FA Cup, didn't they? Won the treble.
Because there was one. It was the season after Cantona did his kung fu kick, and Fergie didn't spend anything, and they brought Scholes, Giggs, the Neville people
that
in.
was 1992.
Are you sure?
That's early.
That's when they...
Was it?
Yeah,
Right, that is a bit earlier on then.
Took
Yeah.
them years.
Classic
though.
'Cause that was when
92.
Newcastle were 10 points clear, and
And Kevin
Keegan had a
Big
breakdown,
Daddy
didn't he?
Went into meltdown.
Yeah, because
I
Fergie
really
started his
hope-
mind
I
games.
really hope. Yeah. It was shit anyway, so...
What, he was shit, wasn't he?
Rugby soon.
Is it? Well, you into rugby now more than football?
Yeah.
Who do you support?
I don't support anybody. I like
Oh,
the
that's a bit
game.
tourist, isn't it?
No, the game in general.
Rugby tourist.
Oh, you spastic.
No,
You
well,
don't
it's
understand. You don't
I
have
don't
to
like rugby
support.
either.
Huh?
You don't support, it's the game itself.
Well, how is that? How is what? When you watch a game, you usually.
You've got to root for someone
Yeah,
to win,
exactly.
though.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, it depends
got to
who's
have a-
playing.
Jesus
What was
Christ.
that? Has Trump pushed the button?
There's a bright light on the wall. That's eerie.
What was
It wasn't really bright, wasn't it? Unless the sun's just moved round and hit a window. Oh, here he goes. Fred
Jesus
Dibner.
Right, yeah, I know.
For England, I don't know. I suppose so.
Wales versus Scotland.
Wales.
So you
Right. So you do have a preference then?
Yeah.
I like Welsh rugby. Yeah.
Why do you like Welsh rugby? Because you're not Welsh.
Don't have to be.
Well, that is generally.
It's like a person walking up the street wearing a Brazil football shirt. They're not Brazilian, are they? Unless they've had a shave.
And the female.
And they're a female.
Of
It
it.
could be a bloke.
Could be.
Yeah, it's a bit
or
of
a bit of both.
Isn't that a bit of a tourist thing, though?
What?
Doing that?
It's the home of rugby. And I've got connections with Wales. Next question.
What's your connections?
Everything. Camping.
Fucking hell.
Camping. In Wales. And I live there. And I've got lots of friends there.
Yeah, but how does that make you support Wales? Like, if I was. Like, I'm English. So I
you
support
reckon?
England.
Yeah, good for you. Well, I'd support England if I had to. But I like Wales because Wales is the home of rugby.
I don't see that.
Well, you won't because you don't follow it.
Yeah, they always say England is.
No, they always say England's this, that and everything. England's this, yeah. It ain't, is it?
What about cricket?
Yeah.
What about it?
Do you like cricket?
I say I don't like cricket. Oh no. I love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gentleman's game. Or just you like the leisurely pace of it?
Yeah.
Oh, I like it.
Because obviously it's
When
your
it
speed.
on the it's on the head with a ball or something, or get a wallop. You do get some quite serious injuries in cricket.
Wait, so you watch cricket for the injuries?
Oh, it makes for injuries.
You're better off a Formula One, to be fair.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
What about a glamping weekend in Wales watching the rugby?
Yeah, you'd have to bring your TV.
No.
You won't go.
You debated it though. That's all.
No, I was trying to visualise it and I wouldn't.
What about a glamping weekend in London watching Curved Air? You have to glamp and do it properly.
No.
You wouldn't go?
No.
Not Curved Air, final gig. They're never going to do another gig ever
Not
again.
if I had to glamp, no.
I don't know.
No, they say ISIS are extreme.
Yeah.
You'd rather not go somewhere just because of that.
Can't
A
glamp.
personal invite.
Yeah.
If I, oh, for guts. If I had a personal invite, they'd know it won't include glamping.
Well, I don't know. They might say it might be.
Might be a prerequisite. You might
Where
have
would
to.
a glamp in London? Anyway?
Hyde Park.
Nah.
You wouldn't
I'd
go.
say
Me sideways.
I'll bring my own tent.
You bring what outside the.
But as part of the T's and C's, the terms and conditions,
Yeah.
you've got to glamp.
I'd
And you've
pretend
got-
I was going to glamp.
And then just
I'd bring my own-
sleep in a bin.
Yeah. I'd bring my carrier bag and
It'd
me.
be like that guy
Tent.
from Sesame Street. It's in the bin.
Getting up in the morning.
Well,
Oh, I enjoyed that. Fish skeleton over his head like a...
Yeah. That'll do, mate. Yeah. I'd stay awake.
Is what you just stay awake for 24 hours rather
Yeah.
than go to bed.
What if there was a big queen-size bed in this tent
Yeah.
and you'd got a really good signal to the internet,
Yeah.
a fridge at the side of the bed full of your favourite beer, big sound system, you blast your music out whatever you like, bedpan, the lot. You just lie in your bed
Yeah.
when the concert's finished and just reminisce at how brilliant it was. Drink beer, eat your favourite food, but you've got a glamp.
No.
You still wouldn't do it.
No.
Jesus Christ.
Man
you got
of principle.
Man of principle. What? You'd literally rather sleep in a bin.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'd feel more
Lizzie sticks to his guns.
I'd feel more comfortable.
you feel more at
I'd
home.
feel more comfortable. I've never done out pretentious in my life.
I bet you've done one thing that's pretentious.
Like what?
I don't know. I think there's got to be something in you. Like everybody tries and does something, don't they? Try and make themselves look a bit better or something.
No. I never did. I used to get people taking photographs with being sick.
Yeah. We've presented that one. You've.
Yeah, we've heard
Always
this.
gone
Yeah,
round,
it's one of
yeah.
my favourite sequences of photographs. It's better than there's a Pruder footage, that's for sure.
What? How did people take photographs of you being sick? And why?
With a boxed brownie.
When it was announced that I was going to be ill, so the
Yeah, who would announce
The-
you're at a concert?
I'm at a boat club at Nottingham,
Yeah.
So I'd had about 10 pints of Nuki Browse, and then I thought I'll be ill. So I'd go and tell the bloke who were playing the record I'm going to be sick. And he'd announce it.
Why would you go to tell him first? That's the question.
You must have had a really early warning.
Being
Yeah.
polite. No, I knew I'd going to be, because sometimes you had to prompt it
Yeah,
out
but
with your
why would you
fingers.
walk up to somebody and go,
I'm
gonna
going to be
sick?
Because he knew me.
Right, yeah, but I have, like, if
Yeah,
I was
he
with
used to
somebody,
say-
I wouldn't go, hang on a minute, mate, I'm just going to be sick.
It's say it's become a Saturday night feature. So he said, if you think you're going to be ill tonight, let me know. He said, I'll stop the music, because he said folks will come and watch you.
Like the Elephant Man.
Yeah, he
So they
said,
sell tickets.
Got a little red velvet
Roll up,
thing.
folks, roll up.
Black
Come and
Mark.
see the spewing man.
black market and the ticket.
Brown market.
Yeah.
little red
clambering-
sachet there, like you got to pay your tickets
Folks
to get in.
clambering looking over the top of the cubicle.
To watch you spew.
Yeah, and some of them had the cameras.
Japanese tourists.
On that, there were more people watching me puking than there was the actual band. The band was playing.
Got off stage by a bloke throwing
They were
up.
staged by me being sick.
But yeah, you always go around showing a series of. I remember when I came
A
up here.
series of 3.
Yeah.
One,
In a brand envelope.
yeah.
Polaroids.
I hip on the one thumb up, then a little bit coming out.
Oh, nice.
The next one, both hands in. Then the third one was the full trumpet.
Yeah, his stomach. You can see his spasms in his stomach as it squirted it all out. It was horrible.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. That's not normal, that is.
Then I had a shitty to carry a bag at Nebworth. I went
Wait.
It was like in Morrison's bag again.
Yeah.
yeah, Morrison's
Why
bag.
is it with your carrier bags?
Come in handy. 'Cause I had
Jesus.
this
You've always
crap.
got one, like. Got one
Always
for everything.
yeah, I used to always carry a bag because
It's
you're
like,
going to be
it's like
sick
going
on the
home with
bus or
fucking
something.
Wurzel gummage.
Be prepared, innit? Be prepared.
Right.
Have you ever done anything outside of Morrison's bags? Have you been pretentious and used a Waitrose bag before?
Yeah,
Never
that'd be
Waitrose.
going up market.
No,
There you go,
it
you treat yourself.
was either be Morrison's or Tesco. I've only ever used those carrier bags as far as I can remember.
Right.
And when you had your chocolate adventure,
Oh,
did you
yeah.
put your legs through the holes for the carrying handle so you didn't miss, or did you just pack it down on the floor and just build it up either side and then just
Yeah,
so you drop the bomb then
yeah.
Nice.
get it in the middle or off centre,
Slap bang in the
slap
middle.
bang in the middle, and then what did you do with it
Slap bang
then?
in the middle. Left it.
You filthy bastard!
Just a bastard.
You're supposed to tie it in a knot and then swing it.
Oh,
You just lob
did,
it.
Oh, I did that one.
Didn't you deliberately do it loose or something?
Yeah.
So that,
Just tied it, but not knotted it
Yeah.
over the head, and it went scudding like ducks and drakes off the tops of tents. And the bag opened,
It released its payload.
and because this mate with me, he reckoned I was disgusting.
Really? He reckoned
Oh, God.
that, yeah.
What a snob!
Well, he then
Did he have a Waitrose bag?
he became an ex-mate then.
You became, what, just because of that?
Yeah, I won't tolerate that.
Right.
I don't do snobbery.
Didn't you get pissed off and, like, crash into a tent once?
No, I was pissed as I tripped over a guide rope and fell backwards. And I could feel myself going, but I just relaxed, landed on.
Why would you
somebody's-
just relax though? Even
Because
though
if you know
falling?
you're going to fall, you don't get injured. You relax. When
Who
you
does
fall.
that?
You relax when you fall, and you won't hurt yourself. Guarantee it.
Oh, I'm falling off this building. I'll just
Yeah,
relax.
just relax.
Yeah, relax, and you won't hurt yourself.
That's a load of shit.
It's a load of rubbish.
I fell all
It's
on
like
the
if you're falling in your sleep
I
and you land,
fell
you're
on the
dead in real
contents
life.
of this person's
Yeah.
tent. There was a cooker and all sorts in there.
Inside the tent.
Little one of these camping stoves.
Alright.
It bent that, and
The sheer weight of
the
you bent
canvas,
the camping
the canvas
stove.
ripped and everything. It totally demolished this tent.
Didn't you get angrier then? Like,
Yeah, because I got wrapped up with the guy boats. So I started to drag my legs about, and that's when it was pulling guy ropes out. I was walking off the part of the tent.
Like a real shit version of the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah. In a way, I suppose. But just the way it goes, isn't it? Don't worry about it. I know.
Oh, at least you were relaxed.
Didn't hurt myself.
What, you can just get up perfectly
Yeah.
fine after that.
Yeah.
We'll move on to a story that I think will be close to your heart, though, for the last one today.
Cider and piss.
Ah, you see, you know this one.
Yeah,
There's an article.
There's
an article,
Sunday Sport.
Well, there's a man who, I think on the roadside or something, on wherever, he's selling scrumpy.
But it's his piss.
But it turns out to be his own piss.
Where did this happen?
So somebody
well,
knows, as soon as they took the top off that it weren't cider, come off it. That's a little
I don't know. A guy called Gordon Nugent, who's 69.
Ted's brother.
Yeah.
It says he's been selling his special recipe, home brew at his West Country home for 6 months. How did you get away with that for 6 months?
I don't believe it.
I don't believe it either.
No, but he's somehow got
The
caught.
smell had put folks off, unless you put sugar in it or something.
I don't know, but he's
Or oxtail soup.
Yeah, or cold ice pudding.
I wonder whether we could see Gordon Nugent glamping.
He wouldn't have to tip the bottle out the front of the tent, that's for sure. He'd just bottle it up and sell it.
Well, he's apparently now he's facing prosecution.
What?
So he should.
Yeah, he's actually been caught.
Moonshine.
Oh, it says here though that his drink was sent to the Home Office lads for analysing.
Awesome.
So his piss got analysed at the Home Office.
I tell you what,
strength was
if
it?
they do find him guilty, he's going to spend a lot of time inside.
Oh, Jesus.
How'd you like them apples, Captain Cockflake?
Hey, yeah.
Well, I think
So,
I don't know, when I read this, it just kind of reminded me of something you do. Because we've.
No, he'd be chocolate mousse.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Well, I remember a time in primary school. There was a kid that was always stealing my drink.
Yeah, I told you.
Hang on, there was a kid who was always stealing my drink. Every lunchtime, obviously broke into my lunchbox. So, as a father would say, no, not go to the teachers or anything like that. He goes, what do you want to do? You want to piss in it? So, okay. So I fill it up, and it's like only halfway because I'm like 6 years old. So what does he do? He looks at it, he goes, oh, that's not enough. He goes in and tops it up himself.
Wow. Special brew.
Yeah.
Sent him off
Home
to
brew.
school,
And it was
Sent him off to
it
school,
looked
yeah.
awful. After you, it was like bits
There's bits floating around in the air.
Horrible.
Like his bladder lining.
Yeah.
Kidney.
Yeah.
Bits of my
But
kidney. and
Put
my
it in.
liver.
Yeah, put it in the lunchbox. Alright. And came to lunchtime.
And he nicked it.
Fucking lot had gone.
Really? Awesome.
He drank the bloody.
He drank it.
Yeah.
Good.
Not.
Did he come into school the next day?
Oh,
Was he pissed off?
Can you remember?
I didn't even hear from it. Like,
He's probably dead.
yeah.
Choked on a bit of bladder bacon.
Could have been. To stop you nicking out your lunchbox.
Yeah, no, but
Did
like,
he?
how would you? He must have like necked it and
Yeah.
then realised.
Oof.
As soon as you-
Well, I'll tell you what, he
as
looked.
soon as you taste it, you know it's not right.
Yeah, but he must have like just gone boom.
We did that at school.
What? Drank your own piss?
Topped up a milk jug.
When you was up Snowdon glamping.
Yeah.
Topped up a milk jug. with
We had to
piss.
drink our own piss. Top to the milk.
Yeah, me and my mate, we went in back up in school after closing or whatever it was called, went in the library and there was going to be a meeting.
Hmm.
And we were thirsty, so we noticed that they put the tray of tea out and everything, and there was a jug of milk. So we had a sup of this milk, and I thought, I'll know that somebody's nicked some of this milk, so we pissed in the jug to top it up.
Yeah, but like, wouldn't it look like piss rather?
No, it was still white. I don't know if he wanked.
I was going to say like what?
It would have
else is
curdled, surely. It got turned to cottage cheese instantly.
I can only recall, I'd be about 12 at the time.
it? God.
Alan Smoker, me and him did it. topped up the milk jug with piss.
Nice.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Oh.
We used to nick these syringes off this when I was at Magdalene. So I'd been
Syringes?
12, 13 years old. One of the lads' dads was a diabetic, and we used to bully this lad to nicking his dad's syringes and bringing them to school, so we could just piss around with them. And one lad brought a load of Brian Kennywell, named and shamed, brought a bag of maggots in. Right, we've got these maggots and we're just sucking little drip of maggot juice, just so we've got like a little bead.
Yeah.
And then we used to run the tuck shop at Magdalene.
Oh,
And I used to inject a random Mars ball.
Oh, beauty.
and sell it.
Sell it.
Yeah.
Great.
No one turned into the fly, by the way.
Oh.
just coming next to like Spider-Man climbing the wall.
Yeah. That wasn't very nice, was it?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
Maggot juice versus piss. You got to drink one. Which one? A pint of maggot juice or a pint of piss? And the piss is Windles.
Oh, I'd have Paul's piss.
Really?
Well,
At least you know where it came
I know
from.
where it came from, and I know roughly
Yeah,
where
just
it's been
beer.
drinking.
It's 90% proof.
It'd be a fine assortment of alcoholic beverages, so it'd be top quality piss.
Whoa, hang on a minute. You started going a bit upmarket there.
What, alcoholic beverages?
Yeah, you were saying
What the
beverages.
fuck's up market about that?
Well, you don't usually.
Excuse me.
You don't usually say something.
Put the
like,
eating on.
No. Oh yeah. Brexit's hitting hard. Well, you don't usually use words like beverage or anything like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
See, it's rubbing
So
off,
the
isn't
pretentious is coming out.
That's
The
what I'm
pretentious is
saying.
coming out
That's
now.
what I mean.
Alcoholic beverages.
Yeah.
Well, what would you say?
Booze.
Well, you'd usually say, "Oh, just a pint." Or
Well, it's
whatever.
different drinks, isn't it? Beverages.
Still, but that was his first ever attempt at being pretentious.
I think he's trying to.
I think we can mark that one off.
I
right.
think there's a secret desire inside him.
He'll be
to
drinking his
impress.
tea with his little finger up next.
I know that's what I'm going to say. He was saying restroom next.
I don't know, we've had this discussion. I don't.
That's what I'm saying. It's rubbing off.
Is it?
Slowly rubbing off, isn't it? He's just innocent.
Speaking of groaning, just off track slightly. When we lived 3 doors down all them years ago, our bedroom was level with the big house on the end that faces the road.
Yeah.
With their front room, and there was this colourful character lived there. I'm not going to say his name. And his missus, who was equally as colourful.
Oh, she used to lob ashtrays at him.
Yeah,
Oh, I
yeah.
think they lived there when we did.
yeah.
You can tell
They were
live in a
horrible. They
classy
were
area.
absolutely horrible.
Yeah, they really are.
So one night he'd been down the sawmill, come back, and she was playing her Motown records at 11:30 at night, and I heard him come in, started screaming and shouting, and then heard a as the needle went across the record, and then a smash as he threw. So that's what they were like, a volatile relationship.
Yeah.
However, one night they come back and they got a bit amorous on the sofa because we could hear him on the sofa like that. I wish they'd hurry up, get it done, and go to bed. And this is, I'll never forget this. This is a real classy moment. When they'd finished, they're both groaning and shouting. She went, "Oh, David, that was fucking cushy."
Oh my god.
There you go. You can't out of my class, can you? How romantic's that?
Bloody brilliant. Good
That
stuff.
was fucking cushy.
Ah,
Now wipe your cock on the curtains and get to bed.
that's that nice bit of finger before the.
Oh, Jesus.
It wasn't even, it was horrible, mate. They were a horrible
Oh,
pair.
I know you. I know
He had a
what you
funny
mean.
eye, didn't he?
Yeah, I know what you
Yeah.
mean.
Nice. Well, I've had something like that in the flat.
What, something in your eye?
No, upstairs, obviously.
What, you had something funny in your eye upstairs?
No, these two upstairs from me, they were going at it one evening, evidently, like the paper thin in these flats. And it didn't last for long either. Like, it was
You
just-
Prem Jack?
It was just, and then it was like, that was it. And then you just heard this woman get pissed off.
Yeah.
She was like, "Is that it?" You
Really?
just hear it, yeah. It was like, Jesus Christ.
Should have gone and give him a knock. he's obviously
It
done.
was a relay.
Yeah.
Like that
He'd
guy
held
from
his
Harry
hand
and
out
Flick.
with a bite
You don't want to
and
do
you-
it like that.
You should have been stood.
Step aside, Vacey's here.
You should have been stood there watching him over his shoulder.
Why would I watch him?
Then when he was finished, tap him on his shirt.
Roll off.
Mate. fuck off out the way. I'll show you how the bastard's done.
You get a knock on the door, open it, and it's you with your carrier bag. Get out of the way.
Absolutely. Yeah, I've got a bag of sick.
Sorry, I'm just throwing up in this bag.
Gonna throw it all over you.
Somewhere. I see your room's untidy, so it won't really matter.
Oh, God.
And that's why you moved.
And that is why, well, yeah, they were always like, they were playing like music at like 4 a.m.
Were they? No, couldn't be doing with that.
That's ridiculous. And then they'd get up at like 11. And then there'd be music again.
Nah.
It's like,
Doing the right thing.
I know, it's bonkers.
So you wouldn't let me go and knock on the door, would you?
Well, he always sent, what gets me is, somebody would knock on his door, he would always send his girlfriend to answer it.
Yeah. Tough guy.
Yeah. Real big guy, isn't he? Like
Well, knock on the door and say, oh, it's not you I want to talk to, missus, it's the mush. Can you bring him to the door a minute?
yeah, he'd probably like jump out the back window or something.
Well, that'd be alright, there's fucking 3 flights up.
Yeah,
And if he...
It'd be alright if he is relaxed, he won't hurt himself.
If he is relaxed,
Just relax!
halfway in the spot.